Howdy friends, and welcome to another episode of the almost world-famous Cactus Atlas. On today's episode, I'm in a very remote portion of southeast Arizona at Chiricahua National Monument. I'm going to be doing a hike known as the Heart of Rocks Loop, which rumor has it may be the best of the best of what Chiricahua National Monument has to offer. So if you want to find out, let's go do this adventure together. Heart of Rocks Loop Trail goes that way. I believe I read this Heart of Rocks Loop. This area might be where the money shots are here at Chiricahua. Already we're descending into the heart, and you've got rock spires all around. And descending down, we are heading down into this thing here, whatever it is, and a little treacherous, some roots sticking out of the trail here. This is directing me to go left. So I'm gonna take its advice, but I'm gonna guess we're gonna come out this way here. It ascends right off the bat. Some steps here. You're really gonna get up close and personal with these spires here on the Heart of Rocks Loop. They're pointing to a rock structure here called the Old Maid. So which one is the Old Maid? Oh, I think it's that. You totally can see a face. You see the face? That is pretty rad. I was kind of looking around saying, okay, which one's the Old Maid? And it jumped right out. It almost looks like a human construct, doesn't it? Huh. That's like the most human looking rock, like the most human face looking rock I have ever seen in my life. So far, the Heart of Rocks does not disappoint, but I do want to give you some information about it if you want to come see it. Basically, what Heart of Rocks is to Chiricahua is what Queen's Garden is to Bryce. This really is a standout location with some of the best hoodoos that I've seen all yet today. But I do want to warn you, it is also one of the more challenging trails. It's short, but you do have to like walk up. You get really up close and personal with the rocks, and you have to climb a little bit. Not any hardcore rock climbing, but stepping up some pretty steep steps, things like that. So maybe if you have back problems or knee problems, this may be something you want to think about or be very careful. Just go really slow. Here's a few of those stairs. This time we're going down. Going down I can handle a lot better. Like we are in the middle of it, in the heart of it, truly. The only people I've seen so far today are right behind me. There's only 3 of them, and that's all I've seen. And this structure is called Thors Hammer, and you can see why. Although I didn't see it on my recent trip to Bryce Canyon, I believe they also have a structure called Thors Hammer. So I'm curious, I haven't seen what it looks like on photos, but I'm wondering if it looks kind of like that. Well, you do get some really good views of down below. Number one, can you see off in the distance the desert outside of the Sky Island and all of the rock spires forming down below? I just felt like I had to give a quick shout out to geology. Yay, geological processes. Another very nice perspective of the Heart of Rocks area here. Just when you thought that it couldn't get any better. So we walked around this direction. Now we're coming back here. And just look at that. Yeah, the money shots right here. And a nice view of this side of Chiricahua. I don't know if you could see it way over that way. It's kind of obscured by another rock, but Big Balanced Rock is over there. It's kind of marked near the start of this trail. This is pointing me to another thing called the Punch and Judy over here. Is it this here? Which ones are they? And the kissing rocks it looks like we found here. Huh, how cute is that? You guys are kissing. I have a feeling we might be starting our initial descent back into the forest area. But before we do, maybe we're gonna get some really good views of the Heart of Rocks again. It keeps getting better, like this descent down. Like you're getting really good views of these hoodoos. I thought we were almost done, but no. I would say if you're gonna come to Chiricahua and you have enough time to do a little bit of hiking, but not an all-day type hike, I would say Heart of Rocks so far would be your best bet. It's gonna give you the best taste of what Chiricahua is, what these standing up rocks are. And you truly, truly get into the heart of it. I mean, in any direction I face, I'm now surrounded by hoodoos. So now that I'm nearing the almost 1 mile loop journey through the heart of Chiricahua, the Heart of Loops Trail, I thought I'd give you a few final thoughts about this journey today. I'm doing this as part of a bigger loop called the Big Loop, but I loved this so much that I thought this was worthy of its own video. So I kind of impromptu decided to make this into its own video. But you do not have to do this as part of the Big Loop Trail. You can do this as part of a simpler hike, starting at the visitor center, coming up the Lower Rhyolite Trail to the Sarah Deming Trail, and then back, kind of an out and back style. And it wouldn't be that hard, that long to do. I do think that this trail represents some of the best that Chiricahua has to offer. You see some very unique structures that are very aptly named. And it's not gonna take you all day. You really get to see the best of the best, potentially, and then spend the rest of the day doing something else if you so choose. But for those of you doing the Big Loop Trail, this is an amazing part. There are some great parts of the Big Loop Trail, don't get me wrong. But yeah, the Heart of Rocks Loop, it's the way to go. If you're new here, please subscribe to our channel, and if you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Also, hit that notification bell to stay on top of whenever we release new videos, which we're doing all of the time. Also, you can find us on social media at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram under the name Cactus Atlas. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed our journey through the heart of Chiricahua, the Heart of Rocks Loop. Gotta hit the road. I look forward to having you on another adventure in the very near future, so keep on checking back in. Till next time.